Hey everyone, my name is Tim Stoddard, and in this week's video, I'm going to show you how I turned my Substack into a $60,000 a year media company. I can't believe this is working, honestly, and I'm really excited to show you. All right, let's dive in. In order to first understand how I build media companies, I need to introduce you to Ethan. This is Ethan Brooks. He used to be the co-host on the Copy Blogger podcast. This picture's got to be like 10 years old. Ethan told me about a methodology that he discovered when he was doing interviews on newsletters for The Hustle. Ethan used to work for The Hustles because Ethan did this whole ebook basically about some of the most successful media companies in the world. And he spent months on it, interviewing like some of the top media company founders in the world. And he came up with this entire framework. Actually, oh my gosh, you know what? I have a spreadsheet or I have a slide of it. Okay, here we go. This is a slide of a presentation that I did for a couple of different speaking events. And I got this method from Ethan. And it's very simple. The idea is you have free content, which is mostly a newsletter. Other forms of content funnel traffic to the newsletter, right? So my YouTube channel, what you're watching now, and like my Instagram page and my LinkedIn page, all of that basically is designed to funnel email subscribers to the newsletter. And so here's your free content, right? And then your free content introduces your front end product. So your front end product is something that is like accessible and pretty affordable. This is something that's like for the masses. So this could just be typically like a membership product, an ebook, a course, or sometimes it's even case studies. He got this from The Motley Fool. The Motley Fool is like a real famous investment brand, and their front end product was a lot of case studies and like research reports and shit like that. And then eventually their front end product would lead to the back end product, and the back end product is very expensive and it's very exclusive. So these are like the $10,000 masterminds, or like the $5,000 a month membership, or even like Bloomberg is an example. It doesn't have to be necessarily a community product. Like the Bloomberg portal is definitely their back end product. I think it's like $25,000 a month or something crazy like that. So it's very simple, but it monetizes this way. So the free content right here monetizes through through advertisements, and then the front end product monetizes through like affordable but accessible products. And then the back end product monetizes through expensive and exclusive products. And so the difficult thing for me with my personal brand was that like I have actual businesses that I build, and I'm not very interested in like turning my personal brand into a media company, right? Like I just don't want to do that. It's a pain in the ass. I don't want to have to imagine 10 different software products and create courses to put on one kind of platform and membership products on another platform and build like a community and then get events together. It's just not something that I'm interested in, right? So for the last 5 years, I've been trying to solve this riddle. Like, how do I continue to build my personal brand, make some money from it, but do it in a day that doesn't feel like a job? Do it in a way, that doesn't feel like a job. And like, I totally figured it out. So let me show you this framework that I've created. Okay, so here you go. This is my newsletter. I put everything on Substack. From the day that I put everything on Substack, my life has gotten so much simpler. And it's not that I think Substack is a better product than maybe ConvertKit. ConvertKit is much more of like an email marketing software. That's something that you use if you're really trying to do email marketing. Substack is just a newsletter platform. So this is something that you do if you're just sending emails to people to read and not necessarily creating funnels and sales letters and all of that stuff. And so I remember a while ago, I saw this tweet from Cole, actually. So yeah, here we go. I saw this tweet all about how Cole generates so much money from paid newsletters. And I encourage you to read this. I'll put this link right here in the description of the video. But more or less, the idea behind his philosophy is that if you're going to charge for a newsletter, the paid version of the newsletter has to be within itself like so much more valuable than the free newsletter. It just can't be like the same newsletter and then sometimes they're free and sometimes they're paid. That's not a way to do it. And so I always had a hard time charging for access to the newsletters because this newsletter is something I just do when I wake up in the morning. And if I wanted to charge for it, I'm thinking like, man, I need to do something really above and beyond in order to charge. But over time, I discovered that the community aspect or the chat aspect of Substack can be paid. So I'm not going to show you what's going on behind here because this is just the entire community. But now I've through Substack I've been able to create a mechanism that makes it so it's called the incubator. I've been able to build an incubator so that the community and even the courses are all tied through the Substack subscription. So if you buy a subscription, you get access to the community. And you can see right here, my chat is only available to paid subscribers. But then I also figured out that you can create pages in Substack and you can make the pages themselves only available to people who subscribe to the paid version of the newsletter. So you can see right here, this is the backend custom pages. I created a bunch of pages and I'm just building courses on Substack as static pages, linking them in the syllabus in like a main page that is still free to the public and making it so that if you buy a subscription, you just get access to the courses as well. So you can see what this looks like on the front end. This course is a little bit esoteric because this is a course I made all about like drug rehab marketing and behavioral healthcare marketing. I know it's not quite totally in line with what I'm doing, but I have like 3 courses that I've made that I have to publish. And so you can see here on my courses tab, I'm just listing my courses. I'm just listing it as a link, nothing fancy. There's no crazy sales page. This is an introduction to the course. And then right here, I just linked the syllabus. So if somebody's not a member and they click on this course, you can't see it. Like, so everything that I've always wanted to do that's a free newsletter that basically grows my brand and allows me to express myself. That's a community where people have access to me because I get so many requests for coaching. And I don't want to get involved with the phone calls and all that stuff. I just want to have a community, but also a place for me to sell my courses where the whole thing is bundled into one easily accessible membership platform. And I figured out I can do it all through Substack. So there's some cons. The biggest con is that Substack within itself takes 10% of the revenue. And that's a lot. You know, like if this was just a ConvertKit membership or like a Circle membership, it would be like a couple $100 a month, but there'd be nothing off the top. So Substack takes their 10%, and then obviously that's not including Stripe. For me, this is not like my main revenue stream at all. So I'm sort of willing to just pay the Substack tax. But look, man, 5,600 bucks over the last 30 days, 4,900 bucks net. This is an extra $60,000 a year in just like pure profit for something that I'm doing anyway. Right now, I just know how to configure it all into an easily accessible place that is elegant and doesn't require any more management on my part, which I'm super, super pumped about. A couple of things to know. First off, this didn't happen all at once. I've been building my email list for like 5 years for my personal newsletter. So I don't want somebody to watch this video and think like, oh, I just have to create a Substack and make the chat paid and publish some like a homegrown manufactured courses on Substack and I'm gonna make an extra 60 grand. No, that's not the way it works. But with some work and persistence, it can obviously happen because it happened for me. Okay, but there's one more thing that we need to touch on. So if you remember from this slide, there's still a backend product, and the backend product is expensive and it's exclusive. So what am I doing there? Because everything that you're seeing here on my Substack is it just promotes the incubator, basically. So this is the sales page to the incubator. This is the community for the incubator. And then these are the courses for the incubator. And the way I promote it is just at the end of every single email that I send out every morning, I put this CTA right here. Learn to create multiple streams of income. And then it's a quick little blurb. And then if you click this button, it brings you to the subscribe page. It's pretty amazing, actually, how like easy and elegant the whole thing is. However, my back end product is through my growth services. For anybody that reads my newsletter, they know that I just basically officially launched the company I've been working on for a while, the shop.ai. And already through my newsletter, I've built 2 new deals. So I'm almost at 60 grand a month for this. I've been networking for a couple months, basically like building this thing in stealth and closing some deals for it. But this is all brand new. And all of it has come from the relationships, the reputation, and I don't know what you call it, like the expertise I've built simply by creating my free newsletter and sending it out to my followers every morning. This whole entire thing is just from waking up early in the morning before my kids get out of bed and taking a couple minutes to write a newsletter and sending it out and providing value and spending some time to make a sales page and spending some time to have a good community and publishing my courses, right? Like the whole thing is working so well. And I feel so excited and so relieved because, like my ego tells me selfishly that I've always kind of wanted to have like a personal brand business, and one day I hope to be able to like speak on stages and maybe publish some books and do that whole thing, do like the popularity contest thing. But I just never really wanted to dive into it because I think my time is much more valuable if it's spent on building actual companies that like isn't the business of Tim, right? But I've always wanted to have the business of Tim. And so this solution that I kind of magically just popped into my head about a week ago, it's working. And I'm able to do all the things that I wanted to do. And I'm able to do it all through Substack, which is not at all like how Substack was supposed to be used. But I don't know, maybe some other people can watch this video and maybe Hamish, he's like one of the founders of Substack, can see this and we can work it into something that is like an extra add-on for people that want to build Substack businesses. So I'm really excited about it. I hope this illuminates something for other people that are watching this video and are looking to build like the personal brand business type thing. And it's working for me. I think it could work for you. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this week's video. This one is a little bit out there because it's difficult for me to like package this material in a neat and cozy way to show it to you, but hopefully you can see that it's actually a pretty straightforward process. Okay, let's review. Free content monetizes through sponsorships and promotion. Front-end product, accessible for the masses. Back-end product, exclusive and very expensive. If you can package all 3 of those things together, you'll have a media company that continues to ratchet up because the more subscribers you get, the more sponsorship revenue you get, the more membership or front end product revenue you get, and then the more back end revenue you get, and then the more back end revenue you get, the more you can invest into getting more subscribers, which grows the whole thing. So the bigger it gets, the bigger it gets, right? It's a very, very effective model, and it's really worked wonders for me. I've used this model on basically everything that I've built. So thank you, Ethan, for the life-changing insight. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment. Smash that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.